I wished I watched a video like this when I was learning how to dance, when I was an awkward and shy dancer, because through working with my clients, I identified 3 secrets that allowed them to go from shy and awkward on the dance floor and usually avoiding it to people who thrive in social situations. They can dance with a smile on their face, and I'm going to share those secrets with you today. In this video, you will hear from 3 beginners just like you who were able to accomplish their dance goals. And if you need more help with this, I created a brand new guide for you, which you can download at the link below. The guide is called 7 Steps to Start Feeling Great and Looking Great on the Dance Floor, and I included all my secrets there. So make sure to grab it at the link below. It's totally free. Don't know what you're waiting for. Get it now, and let's go back to the video. Secret number 1. Your upper body needs to look the most relaxed, more than anything else. And if you think about it, when you're on the crowded dance floor and it's kind of dark, people won't see your feet. You don't need complex steps when you just go and dance at a party. You need to be able to look relaxed, look natural. And the first thing people notice is everything that happens on the top. So shoulders, torso, arms, all of that has to look relaxed when you're dancing. And one of my clients, John, he was aware of all of this being stiff, and that was stopping him from, feeling confident on the dance floor. He knew he had that issue and he couldn't just relax when he was dancing. That was kind of making him feel self-conscious. If your upper body looks stiff and is tense, not only this is the first thing people notice, but also, since everything in our bodies is connected, if your upper body is stiff, it will impact how everything looks, right? So even if you have smooth movements with the hips, even if the hips look great, but the upper body is like this, if you hold any tension in your shoulders, if you don't know what to do with the arms, they're just hanging there, the entire movement, when people see you, is labeled as stiff. You are labeled as a stiff dancer. I will link my Get Rid of Stiffness playlist below this video. You'll see a lot of tutorials, so you can start working on getting rid of looking stiff. But the general rule is something is stiff because we're not using it, right? So think of shoulders. When do we ever move the shoulders in everyday life? Not really all that much, right? So let's say if your shoulders feel stiff, that means you have to incorporate more shoulder movements into your daily practice routines and also into your freestyle when you're dancing. More shoulder moves. This is exactly what John did in my program. So we gradually get rid of the stiffness. You can see the tension went away, the shoulders look more relaxed, he's moving his upper body. Everything started to look more groovy and relaxed as opposed to tense. Now John is dancing so much, basically every weekend he's clubbing. I don't even see him that much in the program. I'm kind of jealous of my students dancing more than me these days. Secret number 2, and if you're not willing to do this, dancing might not be for you. Before you look good dancing, you have to be okay with looking bad. And this is where many beginners quit. And since I don't want this to happen to you, please listen when I say this. You have to mentally prepare yourself for looking bad before you start to look good. Every single person who's learning how to dance is going to look bad at first. We also have to know what looking good means when it comes to just dancing casually at parties, right? So for example, for my clients, it means dancing with rhythm, so dancing correctly with music, being able to know a variety of movements they can use, being able to smoothly transition between them, because everything has to flow. You're not going to do one step and then stop. So knowing how to smoothly transition, knowing how to move different body parts at the same time, and how to make it look effortless. So all of that makes you look natural, makes you look good when you're dancing casually in social settings. Omkar, this is what he wanted when he started working with me. But did he look like this from the beginning? Absolutely not. He looked not good at all. You can see he was tense, he didn't know what to move, he was thinking about what he's moving. It just didn't look as well as he wanted to. So therefore, he wouldn't dance at parties. So gradually, week by week, we worked on him being able to move different body parts. First, separately, so we worked on arms, shoulders, torso, footwork, hips, but then also being able to put more and more body parts together. And even though Omkar didn't look good at first, he pushed through that stage. He pushed through the learning stage. And at some point, everything started to come together. And now he can move effortlessly. He can move different body parts. He doesn't feel limited. He knows that everything is working like it's supposed to, and he looks so much more relaxed dancing. You can see him smiling when he is dancing. This is what I want you to take from this. Allow yourself to look bad so that the learning process can take place. Every single time you practice, you are making progress, but you're not going to see it. You know, if we build coordination, what happens is we are working on those little connections in our brain. Like, you're not going to see that, but gradually it will manifest in your body as well. It will be easier and easier to move, to dance, but it takes time. If you practice a little bit and then you give up, then the learning process won't take place. You won't make any progress, right? So it's better to have those baby steps. Secret number 3 is that your arms will make or break any movement, or not even moving the arms will break any movement. And what I mean by break, it will make any movement look worse. It can make it look much worse, actually. Karen didn't know how to move her arms at all. This is what she looked like when we first started working together. You can see everything is tense. It makes her upper body look stiff. You can even see her fingers. It's noticeable. And you already know that the upper body, shoulders, arms, torso, are the most visible when you're on the dance floor. This is what people see the most. Doesn't mean that you have to do a lot with your arms, and doesn't mean that you have to go and learn specific dance moves for the arms. Not at all. But you do want to experiment with just random casual arm movements and see what works for you. See what matches your body, see what level you're comfortable with. And by level, I mean, you know, are the arms staying here? Are you keeping them above your head? Not a lot of people are comfortable with that. So you want to see what feels good for you. And Karen came a long way since we started working together. You can see she's now confident moving. She goes out a lot. She doesn't even mind bringing attention to herself. Like, she moves the arms all kinds of ways. The arms stay up. She found the movements with the arms that are comfortable for her. And she's not doing anything crazy either. The movements are simple, but they are energetic. Her arm movements are decisive. And that's impacting how everything else looks. How she's moving the rest of the body looks good as well, because the arms look good. She's changing up the positions of the arms. And I also want to point out, do you see how all 3 themes that I talked about in this video are connected? Think about it. If you want to find the arm movements that work for you and you're going to be experimenting, you're not going to find them if you don't allow yourself to look bad at first. Because of course, the movements that you try that you've never done before, they're not going to look that hot right away. You have to allow yourself to look bad. And also, any arm movements that you're doing won't look good if your upper body, if your arms, if your shoulders are stiff. So you want to put that extra effort into working on your upper body, into gradually relaxing the movements, so that everything that you're doing on the dance floor, it looks good on you. If you want to start feeling good on the dance floor at any party that you'll ever go to, be sure to download my free guide that will teach you everything you need to know to feel confident dancing in public, in front of others. I know it can be scary sometimes. You'll find the link below. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Let me know if you were able to relate to any of my clients' stories. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.